GM Crypto News House here. It is February 24th, and before I get into this video, please read the description below on the take of the shilling of the tokens. But in any case, let's talk about the price action of the majors here. So Bitcoin is finally breaking out, but onto the downside. So we were compressing here, and I was calling in the last couple of videos or so that I was a little short-term bearish here. We might need to see the market test 91K before it chops higher again, and this doesn't mean that it's going to go to zero. I mean, if we look at the EMAs, then on a weekly basis, 76K would be the peak bottom. Like, I don't even want to imagine how bad Crypto Twitter would look, but that would be the worst case scenario for it to go to 76K. But it would still be in bull market. It's not would be bear market there. But based off the weekly EMA, looks like Bitcoin could actually still go a little bit lower to around 90.5K here, and liquidation heat map wise doesn't really support this. Liquidation heat map actually says that we bottom around here 91.8K, so there's a shit ton of volatility currently here, but I'm still biased for Bitcoin to go a little bit lower, maybe tap slightly into the high 80s, like 89 range, before we see a V-shaped recovery on Tuesday. So that is my current bias for Bitcoin, and this most likely is the final correction before finally some chop upwards into the upper ranges again. We could have some fun with the alts, but currently this probably is the final capitulation correction before up only resumes. And if we look at the other coins like ETH, okay, so I was saying earlier that ETH, okay, maybe we could see a tap 3.1K, but no, it rolled over because Bitcoin shit the bed. And I was saying earlier that Ethereum outperforming everything was an ominous sign, and we did get our ominous event here. But yeah, the weakest one is obviously Solana here. Solana maybe a little bit lower as well. I think around 130 could be the peak bottom here, but that's probably the case for Solana. So yeah, if we look at the EMA as well, 138-ish, so should be bottoming around here. It's been down only the last month or so, and then we'll probably see some consolidation before Solana taps again into perhaps maybe 300. That will be quite nice when Bitcoin finally starts chopping higher. So that is what to expect. Currently, right now is probably one of the best times to fill spot bags on Bitcoin and a lot of AI coins, I would say. So let's look at the alts here. So Solana AI, I focus more on this one currently. So ARK is actually really, really strong. I like this one probably the most out of all the AI projects. And it is still, like, you wouldn't even think Bitcoin's at 91K as long as at 140, and ARK is still consolidating this range here. Very, very nice strength. I mean, Bitcoin goes to 89K, then okay, it's possible that's going to fill the wick to, like, I don't know, maybe another 10% lower. I mean, it depends. It's already gone down a lot from its highs, so I'm not really expecting that much lower on this. But a lot of tokens are pretty much wrecked, so base AI as well. Some of them are just, I mean, everywhere you look is just red. I can't find any green. Even base memes are destroyed. Solana memes destroyed. The best Solana memes absolutely destroyed. So yeah, not the best time for playing on these meme coins, essentially. So I would still say the strongest sector is AI. Out of all of them, I still think AI will bounce first once we see a bit of a green Tuesday. That's my current bias. By the way, I think it still can go a little lower, but then we'll see some 9 times. But in any case, what I suggest then, of course, I think right now, if you're watching this, is you could like DCA some really good ass shit over the next hours. Is probably one of the best times to fill your spot bags on probably Bitcoin AI tokens, and most likely this will be the final capitulation before a chop upwards, the up only resumes. So here was our final correction. We've been wanting it. I mean, I wouldn't say we've been wanting it, but the market definitely needed it. It would have definitely been healthy, and we're finally getting it here. So honestly, I'm pretty glad this is happening here. So good times, good times. So let's look at the tweets. 2.3 million followers, going to even get it past 100K market cap. Market participants are leaning not to buy celebrity scam coins. Good sign. So riskiest promoted a scam token, deleted the post, and then claimed that been hacked all within 1 hour. It ran to 120K. He has 2.3 million followers. So it just shows that the market's just getting so exhausted with the celebrity tokens. They're just tired of getting rugged. So they're just like, okay, well, we're not that interested in it. We've had the stuff with Trump at first. Huge liquidity suck. Okay, after that, it would be just really cool if it was Trump. But then Melania came out, even worse. Okay, well, now we have some other tokens here with the rich the kid and the car and the Borknoy. It's yeah, people are just getting tired of it. So it's actually a good thing, by the way, because that means there's less people chasing these, and there could be an incentive to have a holding culture instead, like these community memes, or even better, I would say AI. So let's look at this. Radium holders in disbelief that Pump Fund is growing their business vertically by integrating their own AMMs. Yeah, so Pump Fund, they essentially allowed you to deploy your own liquidity pools and through their own platform. And the fact that they don't have to use Radium as an outsource for their liquidity feature is really good for Pump Fund, but really bad for Radium. So that's why it's down a lot on the day. And a lot of tokens do use Radium for their liquidity pools. But if Pump Fund can implement their own AMM instead, then well, there's no need for Radium, right? And Pump Fund has way more usage in deploying tokens currently on Solana than Radium is currently. So yeah, not a good thing for Radium. So let's look at this. Onboarding done right. Talking to Ronaldo to use Acolyte AI agent tech and launch his own agent instead of another random e-coin. We're not endorsing any tokens here, but celebrity tokens are a great way to bring new users to crypto when adding real products behind it. Yeah, so Ronaldinho, I think this is like a football player, but essentially he's going to be partnered with Acolyte to make an AI agent after him, which is, I don't know, I think it's kind of weird, but if that actually happens, then okay, well, that might not be the funnest times for AI. Maybe it's a top signal because the celebrity tokens being interacted with these projects is usually a bearish thing. So I don't know how it's going to work with Acolyte. Like, Acolyte's a really good project. And then if it has this bad name with Ronaldinho, who has ties with rugging on people, it's not a good look for Acolyte. So if you're holding that, then probably think about it again. But let's look at this. Pump Fund Casino is dying because the showrunners forgot the most important part of traditional casinos. Free drinks of fabricated attention from women are why people consume the fakest entertainment product. When you decide to speedrun max extraction, aka call all the free drinks, bonus best cheap hookers, the patrons leave go to find a better experience somewhere else. There's a reason sports betting sites have some seemingly generous sign-up bonuses, juice bets, etc. If Real thinks you're actively screwing them, they won't play. This is already happening to Pump Fund Casino, but there was a massive marketing effort to convince anyone otherwise. Yeah, so Pump Fund Casino, it's getting a little dead because the parts where everyone is just stealing your money, these insiders. Well, at first, his reference here is that Pump Fund Casino was attractive because you had the people playing it that they thought they could get 100x's on their returns. And at first, it probably was like that because it's easier. But over time, as more people are getting hip to the meta, it gets harder and harder to compete with these people. And you're playing against a very unfair game against insiders who rug on you literally in the first minute instead of maybe the first hour or so. So it's extremely, extremely difficult at this point. And now these insiders are speedrunning the extraction instead of waiting a bit, maybe having these people play around a bit, enjoy the experience a bit. Well, they're just getting completely rugged on within the first minute, so there's less incentive for people to ape these fun shitters because they have less of a chance of making money at this point. So not good for Pump Fund based off that extraction mode. We need to see a new narrative on Solana for either Solana's price to go up. I'm still betting on AI, but that's his current case. So let's look at this. Net inflow analysis. Significant smart money net flows for ARK.fund, while not so smart money exits is ARK positioned to offset off-road net flows. Meanwhile, Ask Billy Bets receives decent general plus smart net inflows and hot air. Fartcoin fails to rise. Yeah, so this is just talking about ARK. Ask Jimmy, the Fartcoin, Swarms, Virtuals, Billy. So I was looking at this Billy one. Obviously, the ARK token here getting very nice inflows and still pretty strong despite this choppy price action. Very good thing for ARK. But Billy Bets, I was looking at this one, and it's essentially this AI token that bets automatically. And it's up only on the day. Okay, I mean on the day, not really because of the BTC, but it's still really, really strong in this market conditions, and it could go higher. I should put this in the watch list, honestly. But this is essentially, apparently they're actually profitable with their own betting method. And if this sparks some sort of a betting narrative, then that would be quite good for the other betting tokens like AION and D-King, in my own opinion. Currently, price-wise, yeah, they're going a little sideways for now. I mean, these are really strong, by the way, AION and D-King. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. Currently, nothing too crazy in the crypto Twitter. It's their sentiment is so doomed. Everybody's expecting everything to go to zero. They're capitulating at the bottom. They're like, okay, well, I'm quitting forever. This is not the time to be quitting. This is the time to be focusing in more, learning more. If you have any capital at all, you throw it at your spot bags here. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. You could see a bit more downside into the next couple hours before green on Tuesday. And then then what happens after that, we'll see what's gonna happen. I think a chop upwards at this point. For it to go below 90K Bitcoin, we have to see a super bad event, like a super black swan. But that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video, and I'll see you guys.